Hello and welcome to How to Record a Melodica here on the Turtle Leaf YouTube channel, where I'm taking you through a case study. It's a song called 10 Miles Away, and it's by the band The Upsiders, of which I am the guitarist. But today we're going to look at how to mix a melodica in what is a pretty funky poppy song. So I'm just going to take you to a bit of the song here. It's labelled here on the markers as chorus, but it's kind of a melodica instrumental. I've muted some of the brass. We've got some trombones going on here and violins that are doubling up the part, but just for ease of picking it out in the mix, I've muted those. And the accordion also sometimes doubles up on that part as well. I've left that in because I felt like it. So yeah, there we go. So this is the melodica, and let me play you a little clip so you know what we're dealing with. So there we go. So the melodica. This is also played by the same person as the accordion player, who also wrote the song, Nathan De-Broize King, a true gentleman, and dare I say genius? Yeah, go on, let's say he's a genius. He is. He can write and play basically anything with a keyboard attached to it. You name it, he plays it, and it's amazing. He's also the world's most qualified melodica player because he has a master's in the instrument, and he wrote a book, or a thesis I should say really, on the melodica, which I've not read, but don't tell him. So the melodica, it's sort of like a harmonica. You could think of it as a harmonica really. It's from the same family as the accordion, as the pipe organ, the harmonium, the melodium, and the bagpipe. They're all part of the bagpipe family. So it works by blowing air into it, and it's got reeds, and the reeds open and close depending on which key you put down. So hopefully that gives you some idea in what we have got going on. There's quite a few harmonics in play here, not quite as many as when we did the accordion video. If you haven't checked that out, feel free to go and watch that afterwards. But we do have some interesting harmonics going on in this instrument as well. You could probably pick out there, it's sort of a 1 to 3k range in terms of frequencies a lot with the melodica. Those are your prominent frequencies in the instrument, and it's also the area of our hearing range that us human beings are the most sensitive to. It's where human beings talk, so we've naturally sort of evolved to develop that area to be quite sensitive and to listen to each other, and this melodica plays right into that as well. So with that in mind, the first thing I've done is I've taken my good friend the Parakeet 4, and I've done a little dynamic drop here on the melodica, right at, well, not right bang on, but I used a preset, cycled through, because I was in a bit of a hurry and feeling a bit lazy, but roughly about 3k, a nice harsh frequency in a mix. Microphones don't really work the same way as a human ear, so they're very good at picking out the frequencies we find harsh and amplifying them. So I've kind of in somewhat compressed that specific frequency. If I play you that in solo, so this is without. Oh, CPU, let's try that again. Excuse me a second. Sorry about that. My ginger tea went down the wrong way. So yeah, that is what we've got going on, and this is it with the bypass coming off. Okay, bypass back on. So it just softens the tone of the instruments a little bit. That's what we've going on there. So the next job I've got going on is I've got a compressor here, which I've not set yet, but I'm going to have a little bit of a play with the levels. So we're going to start with, I think, we'll keep this in limit, I think, because this is probably going to be the main compression going on for the melodica. We're not going to have too much compression going on. Don't think it needs too much. We're going to shift the tone of the compressor over to airy. I think I want a kind of a brighter sounding compressor. That's what we're going to go with to start with. And then of course this is the Novatron plugin by Kush Audio. I love this thing because it's got 3 dials and you just turn them until you think it sounds good. So let's give that a go with the attack. In fact, I should probably do the compress first, otherwise I won't really hear much. It changed, so let's try the compression first. Yeah, that sounds good already. 64%. I like that it's an even number. Comment below whether you prefer even numbers or odd numbers when it comes to volumes of things. Okay, attack then. Let's try getting the attack in the right spot. I think it needs to be a bit later. Yeah, about there, although I kind of want that one to be on a 5. There we go. For no other reason than my my neurosis. Okay, and let's try the same thing with the release. I think this is going to come way down, I think, so we'll drop that right down. Amazing stuff, fantastic. So yeah, I think that sounds pretty good to me. I might play with it more before I do the final bounce. Number 2, definitely the final mix ever. Is probably what it'd be called, as you all know. And but yeah, that's pretty much where I am happy with this. We've got quite a slow attack. So when we've got some of those swells going on, it's not sort of affecting that so much. And we've got quite a quick release because, you know, a lot of the notes don't really sustain that much. And we're just over halfway in the compression. Quite a bit of limiting going on and an airy tone, and I think that's going to sound great. Okay. And I think that is largely what I'm happy with on the Melodica. So let's take off the plugins. On solo, have a listen and mix, and I'm going to bring the plugins one at a time. So the EQ first, which is making a cut, and the compression Novatron afterwards. Okay. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. That's great. So yeah, so if you ever find yourself mixing a melodica for a funk pop track, that is how I would recommend you do it. We want to make the 3K area a little softer, and we want to maybe do quite a sort of aggressive sort of compression on it, just so that everything comes out in those harmonics there, make it a bit thicker sounding. So yeah, there we go, fantastic. Well, I hope that helps you with your melodica mixing and everything. We do have a melodica solo as well, and I'm going to pretty much do, if I haven't done it already, I can't remember to be honest, I'm going to see if we do the same compression settings on the solo, but I'm not going to do the cuts at the 3K, and the reason for that is because I want that solo to cut through quite easily in the mix. A lot of this sort of softening here could also be argued because we want to keep it out the way of the vocalist, but that's just for a bit of fun because we've got a bit of time. Let's play the solo. That's the guitar solo, isn't it? So that's the guitar solo, that's the melodica solo. Let's have a play. And there you go, and that's what we got there. A little bit of delay from the accordion. There you go, great. All right, well, thank you ever so much for tuning in and listening to me talk about how to mix a melodica into a band. So yeah, thank you for that. And I hope you have a good rest of your day, and see you for the next video where we talk about mixing a ukulele. How to mix a ukulele. Admittedly, I've got a bit of a head start here, but I'll take it all off and show you how I do it from scratch. Alright then, well thanks ever so much, and I will see you in the next video. Over and out.